Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Sorry it's been so long since we've uploaded a video. We ran into a little bit of an issue here obtaining a building permit. In this county we have to get a well permit and then a septic permit before the issuance of a building permit, and the septic was really the hang up. The county's down to 2 inspectors for the entire county, and they did make it out, but it was about 3 weeks after we applied for it, and the inspector came out, tried to assess the soil, ran into a bunch of rock, big surprise, and needed us to bring some equipment back out here and dig some test pits so he could evaluate the soil further. So we did that, we got it done, he came back out, and we finally got the building permit last week.
Even though we haven't been doing a lot physically out here since our last video, we have been getting some work done. We've picked out the furniture that we're going to be putting in the house.
A little ahead of the ball, but everything's a little back ordered, yeah.
Yeah, so we don't have it yet, but we know what we want at least.
Yeah.
Plumbing fixtures.
Plumbing fixtures, a lot of things. We've done a lot of purchasing, and also we made a couple design changes. And speaking with one of the manufacturers of engineered lumber, the way we had the house designed with the exposed rafters, which were made out of laminated timber or LVL, they stated that would disqualifies from their warranty. So we made a couple changes there and closed the exposed rafters, which is actually going to bring the cost of our project down.
I think it'll be better. I think it looks better, and we won't have to worry about wasps or bees or anything living under there. Yeah,
I went ahead and redesigned that aspect of it in Revit and ran some modeling and some rendering, and it actually looks even better than the original. So I'm pretty excited that we saved probably, I don't know, 40% of our overall lumber package just in closing the roof.
If you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe to our channel for more videos. We're building our own modern off-grid home here in the mountains of North Carolina, and we'd love for you to follow along. So let's get into it. Earlier this week, we had all of our block delivered.
One other change we did is the garage. Earlier we just excavated and got that all to grade, but I kind of changed my mind and want to change the way the footings were. Before it was a monolithic slab with keyed in block on top, and we're just going to go ahead and dig a standard footing under it, block, and then slab over the top of the footings. That way we can guarantee less water intrusion or have less risk of water coming into the garage, so if our drainage failed. So we're still 4 piers shy, and those are our deck piers. Yeah, we need to excavate those. We're going to dig the footing around the garage, and we're going to start tying some rebar. All right, little update. So last weekend we were supposed to come out and continue tying our rebar for our piers and our footings and our block wall, and a huge storm hit.
Devastating news coming out of western North Carolina, folks.
The Haywood County Sheriff's Office urging people to get to higher ground.
5 unaccounted for as of this afternoon, and search and rescue efforts are still underway. We're talking historic flooding, flooding not seen since before 2004 when they dealt with Francis.
We were expecting the worst when we got up here. We were really afraid that all the road work we've done and all of the footings that we've dug, which are just holes in the ground now, would be destroyed and the road would be washed out and the footings would be filled in and we'd have to start all over basically. But
I was expecting to find trees all over the road, fallen.
Me too, but we got really lucky. I don't know how. There is substantial damage everywhere around us, but it's like nothing really happened here other than a couple of our culvert pipes we put in filled up.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do some work cleaning them out.
I think it's two.
Our ditches are way deeper.
Yeah, our ditches are way deeper, which is actually, I'm fine with that. One of the bridges that did wash out to this neighborhood has washed out in the past, and it was around 30 years ago. If this is the, worst case scenario every 30 years, couldn't be happier with what we've done so far. It's held up very well.
Yeah, for all the trouble that all of these rocks have given us, I think
They saved us.
Yeah, they're really working in our favor as far as heavy rainfall goes, because everything held up really well.
Yeah, but if it wasn't that rocky, it would have been
a mudslide.
Yeah, probably. So we're really fortunate, but I'm really excited to get these footings poured and start laying some block on this thing.
I'm ready to stand in the house.
Yeah, I'm ready to be sitting on my back deck right now, which is where we would be. Dude, I think you guys are bending better rebar with that manual bender than you were with that powered one. Looks nicer.
It does, doesn't it?
By the powered one, are you talking about the excavator?
Yeah. No, not the excavator. It was the...
Oh, there's a butterfly on you.
Probably a poisonous
Butterfly.
devil's butterfly.
Everything fucking around here is poisonous.
Yeah, trying to kill you and shit. All right, guys, so that wraps up this video. We got our rebar installed, footing inspected and passed, concrete poured, and we also got our well drilled. A little about the well, you'll see from the footage here. And it went down approximately 525 feet before we hit a decent amount of water. It's what people would consider to be low flow. We get about 2 gallons per minute, and the well itself, due to the head pressure, holds about 600 to 900 gallons.
When you first told me there was going to be low flow, I was thinking...
Low flow? Well, I don't like the sound of that.
The way to remedy low flow would be a holding tank. Like I just explained before, our well is holding anywhere from 600 to 900 gallons, so that is itself a holding tank to an extent. And if we need more water after that, we'd have to add, you know, a poly tank and booster pump and stuff like that, which isn't really that big of a deal. We're lucky at this elevation to get that amount of flow, considering how high up we are. I believe the elevation here is at the house site is 3,940, somewhere in there. So we're right under 4,000 feet. But I'm content.
Well, I'm glad they found water, because
yeah.
I had never seen a well being drilled before, so that was a new experience for me. I was thinking it was gonna, I thought, oh, how long could it take? A couple hours. It was like a day and a half.
Yeah,
they had to come back the next day.
It was a day and a half of drilling, and then the remaining half of the second day just to pull all the rods out of the ground and the drill.
They were saying they were only going, what, like 10 feet a minute, 5 feet a minute
through
the
know.
ground?
It varies. So the first portion that they drill will be through soft or organic, dirt, and that goes pretty fast.
And then they hit rock. You can see the dirt coming up, changing colors.
Rock is actually ideal. Once you get into rock with a well, there's no longer a need for casing, aka PVC sleeve or steel sleeve. So once that expense is out of the way, the well per foot gets much cheaper from the organic material down. So if you're into rock, that's what you want. You want to drill shallow and hit rock immediately, and then that's going to cut the cost of your well down substantially. Prices of PVC, especially the PVC they're using well casing, has gone through the roof, and I'm glad that we hit rock as soon as we did. But that's done and over with, so now we're in full compliance with the building codes of North Carolina, and we have safe, potable drinking water. And so if we do need a holding tank, we might utilize the same polypropylene tanks you'll see in some of the renderings we have that are behind the house, kind of tucked away as a holding tank, but we'll assess the need when we get there. So in the next video, you'll see us start block work. I've never physically done block work before, but I have an employee who used to do block for many years, so he's gonna kind of guide me. And my problem is, actually, believe it or not, I can't find anyone to do this particular job without disrupting the schedule of our other jobs. So, but it's okay, we can handle it. It's not much block. I would think a block crew would take a couple days. It'll probably take us a week to do this by ourselves. So
we got this.
Yeah, we
can do it.
So until next time, we'll see you.
See ya.
Bye.